Hi guys, good evening. So today we will concentrate on retrofit registration using raw data. So for that, how we will do, we will see now. So for that, here I'm creating one new project. The new project with Kotlin, we will see that. So here I'm adding this new project with REG registration. Just I'm adding the name of registration. So using raw data, we will see here now. So while loading this project, we will see here. So this is the API. Here we want to test here now. So the API URL is this. So this is the URL, and here this is the post request. So here we need to pass total three parameters. One is the username, password, email. So then once we submit, here we are getting this. See here, successfully registered. See, I am sending the second time. So if you send the second time, so it will be says that email already exists, it fails. So this how this is happening now, we will see here there programmatically like here. So how to register using the Kotlin, we will see here now. So first of all, for that now, once the project has created, total we need three fields, right? Username, email, and password. So with those three names, first we will create a project here now. Like here means a user interface. We will create a user interface. So while loading this, here I'm changing this as a linear layout. So because easy layout we can create. So for that, I'm using the linear layout. So otherwise, we'll do like user anyhow. User interface is the easy like we can create, right? So just let copy that user interface from my website. So let us go to home. So from here, just I'll take the example. I already have the user interface. So that user interface I'll take from here and we will continue from there. So this is the one I want to see. So here I want to copy this user interface from here. So this is the like I created using the material design. So including data binding, I added this layout. So I pasted the XML here. See what we done here is now I'll show you this. See here, I'm using the card view. So to generate that, so in the text view register here. So then I'm taking here the username. So this is the username. This is the email and this is the password. So total three parameters and submit button. So this is the UI I created here like this. So here we are using this is the data binding, right? So here we will enable the data binding related this. Also same time if we need we will add the retrofit related. So data binding enabled equal to true. So if you want to implement the data binding, so there is a total three dependencies are required. So those three dependencies we will copy from here. One is the JSON, other is the retrofit, other is the JSON to retrofit converter. So these three dependencies are required here. So I'm pasting here these three dependencies here like this. See JSON. So let us sync now. So here we need these three dependencies. One is the converter of JSON, other is the retrofit to, and other is the Google. These three parameters we needed here. So those we copied here right now. So then now once this data binding as means this is loaded, we will see the next step here. So in a main application, we will see data binding. Okay, here it is a missing, so that's the reason it's showing here. Now let us try again. Right. So it will done almost here. We will enable the data binding. So that is data binding enabled enable equal to true. Right. Once this is done, now implementation. I will take this. So once it is syncing has done, almost it is done. So now here we will enable the data binding. So that is var binding colon. So activity main binding. Activity main binding. So we'll handle nullify condition here. Right. So meanwhile, while loading this here also, so binding equal to, so that is data binding util dot. So set content. Here we will write this at the rate. Right. So I'm adding. So let us import this, and we can go on to the next. So this data binding, we can import this. So this is the both I added this right now. I'll add the listener for the button. So once we click on the button, so here we want to do the next step, right? So for that we will add this, means while clicking in the button, so we need to send the data to the server. So this is the register is the button. So for this register button, so that is we need to send set on click listener. So we are applying the on click listener for this. So set on click listener. So this on click listener has done. So now we can see this data binding as enabled here now. So then here we can easily manage with the, like here now. So once this data binding has completed here now, what we need to do this. So first of all, I want to create a JSON object here. So where, so that is I want to create a where JSON object. So JSON object equal to JSON object. So I have declared the JSON object. So I have declared the JSON object, right? Now here for this JSON object, so I want to set the JSON object key comma values, means whatever the data we want to send to the server, so that we need to map here put. So JSON object dot put. Here the first one is the key, second one is the value. So key comma value pairs we need to map to this, right? That is here like this. So here like this total we have three parameters, right? So we can capture those three parameters here. So let us first, your understandable this I'm commenting. So this, so first keys means from here we need to copy. So first one is the username. So I copied here, right? So here where we can get the username, so that we have to get here from binding dot. So binding dot edit text. So that is a binding dot. So on what name it is there in text view. So that is the username dot edit text. This is the material design. So for the material design, you need to have edit text in between. Otherwise, you won't get the data. So text dot toString. This we are converting into string. Again, I am doing the trim also, because if any unwanted spaces, that can be also removed. Like same, like the same, I'm adding that next to for two parameters. So what are the two parameters? So one is the, so here we can take these two parameters. One is password. So this is the password, and other email. So this is the email. Like both, I'm taking here the password and email. Right. So here, this is the password, right? So here we can get this password, and this is the email. Done. So now that all the values are available in a here. So once these values are available here, now we need to declare the retrofit. So where, so here we are declaring the retrofit. So retrofit equal to, so with reference of the retrofit, we are doing that. So that is retrofit dot builder. So we are building the retrofit builder. So here what we need to add dot. So here I want to add the base URL. So what is base URL? I'll explain you. So base URL. So within this, we need to add the base URL. Then dot add converter factory. So this we have to add the converter factory. So that is add what happened, base URL is not a, so okay, base URL we will add here. So base URL means up to certain level of the URL we need to add where until this is the scroll is there, that means that slash, until the slash, any of the slash you can treat as a, that is a base URL. So I pasted here the base URL. So then here we need to add this. So once that base URL is added here, now we need to add the add convert refactory. So that is add convert refactory. So it is why it is not generating here. This is something showing here. Sorry, here build has extra key, that's the reason it is not. So add here. Now add convert refactory. So what convert refactory here it is now? So that is a JSON convert refactory, JSON convert refactory dot create. So we need to create here the request. Right now, outside this dot build. So this is the basic request has built here, right? Now from here, now we need to create one interface. So I'm creating one common. This is the common interface, that is a retro. So I'm creating, this is a user defined. So I'm defining the retro interface equal to, so with reference of above retrofit dot create. So I'm creating here one thing, that is a sample interface. So I'm creating the sample interface. So that is dot Java. So class dot Java. So this is the interface. Like here now with this name, we need to create an interface. So how to create an interface with this name? So copy this and here right click here. So from here we need to create a class. So class here we need to select as an interface, right? So we are creating a sample interface. So within this interface, now we need to add some code. So what we need to add here? Now it is a very simple code, that is like here. First we need to add the headers. So at the rate headers. So headers. So what it is, content type. So here we need to add content hyphen type. So what type of content you are sending, that we need to add here. So that is here application slash JSON. So we need to add the application slash JSON, right? Then here, this is the request. Which request it is? This is the post request, right? We need to select the post, and here within this, the remaining part of the URL. So what is the remaining part of the URL? So up to test we selected. So next is the register raw.php. So this is the next URL here. So that you can paste here the next URL, right? Then you need to create here one function. So that function, I'm saying that to create user. So I'm saying that function name called as a create user. So here the create user is created here. So here what we need to pass here at the rate body. So we need to pass the data body, that is in the form of what we are sending here in the form of JSON object. So we are sending in the form of JSON object. We are sending the data here. So that is JSON object. So JSON object we are sending in the form of JSON object. So that is called here. We need to call a response from here itself. So call. So for the response calling here, I'm creating as a user register response. So register response here, I'm calling this method here for here. So the method has created, and here we are calling this as the function. We are creating that later like this, right? Now, so we need to do something here. So first with this name, we will create one. So with this name, we will create one Java class. So I'm creating the Java class. Why? Because I'll tell you. So that is here. This we have to create with reference of this. Oh, sorry. This is also, it is created Java. That's the reason. This syntax it is not taking. So this we will convert into the Kotlin. So Alt Control Shift K, it will convert it as a Kotlin. Right now we need to paste this code. So this will work here. This is the code, it will work here now. So this is the function we created, right? So here, what is the create user? So how we created here? Create user here within a create user. This is not required here. This we will remove. So create user within a this we need to send at the rate to body. So at the rate body. So that is we are sending data in the form of JSON object. So this body we need to import. Then here it is a column. Done. So here we need to define the import the this run. Now within a this we created as a Java, right? So here what is the response it is coming? Just you can copy this response. So then go to browser, and a browser here you can use one tool that is so the tool name as JSON schema to Pojo. So this JSON schema to Pojo. So within this JSON schema to Pojo here, whatever the response here it is means always better you can take the here positive and negative response both it is coming. That's the reason I taken this, but always preferable is the positive response you can take. And here click on preview. So once preview, the Pojo class will generate here. So once this Pojo class is generated, just you can copy this Pojo response and go back to your application, and here you can paste this. So then we can import this serializable, and you can import this expose both once you expose. Again, this I'm converting into the Kotlin. So select all and Control Shift Alt K. This converted into the Kotlin, right? Now back to main page. So in a main page, now next we need to write 2 more steps so that your program will complete. So right, so here now what we done here as of now, this is called here now. After this, so here we need to as a create a call. So that is I have to create one register call. So that is this is user defined. So that is a register call. That is with reference of the call we have to create call. So this is which class we created for the call, that is a register response. So with that, here we are calling this, means that response class we have to call here within this here. So for that here now I'm creating var so J1 JSON object 1. So like that I'm creating here equal to. So here what are the data above we are taking? So that is the in the form of JSON, but this will read the data in the form of JSON. So that's the reason here we need to convert that JSON parser using the JSON parser. So we need to convert the data into this. So that we have to parse here. So JSON object, JSON parser dot parse. So here we need to parse this data. So how we are parsing that? What is the JSON object we created? That JSON object to string. So that we are converting as JSON object. So we are converting this is into JSON object. So this will accept JSON object only. So now here I'm creating the var. So that is one more class I'm creating reg response. So reg response call. So I'm creating one reg res call, like response class I want to capture here. So that is using the retro interface with reference of the retro interface. So retro interface dot create user. This create user, whatever we created here, this is the user. So this user we are calling here. So the register user. So that is here we are passing the object JSON J1 object. This is here, right? Now here next, this is the final step. So that is using the register response call means reg res call. For this we are creating one enqueue method. So enqueue, so that is object. So here with reference of the retrofit we have to create retrofit 2 dot. So this we need to create here one callback method. So that is a callback. So within this callback, whatever we created the class, class we created, that is a register response. From here, we are capturing the response, right? So that response here we need to capture. So this is created here, right? So this has 2 methods. One is the on response, right? This is on response, and here one more it is having the on failure. So both it has. So on response and on failure. So here we need to define both. So here now I want to show here toast. So whatever the failure message it will come, I want to show directly here. So that is here toast dot make text. So toast dot make text this at the rate main activity comma. So here whatever the message is coming, I want to show like that as it is. So then toast dot length long. So finally it is a dot show. So here just I'm writing that t dot toString. Whatever the t it is coming, that I'm converting into the string. Like I'm showing this to the user. So t dot toString. That's so here if I want to show here where, so like I'm writing here where. So I want to show a response. So the response are equal to. So with reference of this response here, we have to capture this whatever this response. So that is the response dot. So response dot body dot. So what is the keys here? So we are getting two keys right here. One is the status and this. So I want to capture the status. So that is dot. So dot status. So if it is a status, so this is the we are capturing that from the status here, right? Now here I am writing one if else if res dot equals to. So if this is equals to, like here I am checking the condition. So if it is equal to this, I want to write something. If it is not equal to this, I want to write something like that. Here I'm handling this. Means here we have getting the two responses, right? One is a success, other is a failure. So to handle that, here I'm saying that it is equals to. Here what is that equals to? Here I'm comparing this. So what I'm comparing this is equals to fail. One response I'm handling here. If it is equal to fail, so then I'm handling here else. So else I want to go with this. So here like again I want to add one more here. So where res equal to res1, we will put res1 equal to. So that is a response dot. So body dot. So here I want to get the key. So whatever the key data is coming, that key I want to show here this, right? Next here I'll write the toast dot. So toast dot make text. So this at the rate. So this at the rate main activity. So here whatever this var. So that res1 I want to show that res1 whatever that is coming. So that I want to show. So that is a length long. So finally it is a dot show. Like same I want to show here else case. Done. So this is done. Finally we need to give a permission in a internet permission in a manifest file, and we will run here this. So that is what happened here. Res. Okay, res dot equal this done. So now here in a manifest file, we will add internet permission. So that is users permission, internet. So I added the internet permission, and we will run this. So just I'm connecting my mobile. We will run this and we will see this output. So here, this is the very simple way we need to handle the response with this. Like that means here main and important, like total 7 or 5 steps. We can conclude the program with a simple way. So this is like here I'm running this. So this is using the raw data. Like if it in case if it is a farm data, it is different. In case if it is other data like get data, it is little bit different. So those examples also we will see in our next videos, but this is majorly we will use, this is the main and important majority of the cases. A lot of people are using this only, so that we will see in this how this is like. Right. Let us run this. It will take a minute to run this. We will see that here. Yeah, it is almost done. We will see. Meanwhile, I'll open my phone provisor. So like these kind of whatever, like you want more videos, please subscribe my channel. And you want any specific example, just you can comment on this. I'll prepare those kind of examples as well. Yeah, almost it is done. So it will run now. I think JDK updates means almost it is here. So for the first time, if you run any application, it will take a little bit time. So but from second time onwards, if you run the same application, it will run quickly. Yeah, almost done. So it is launching now. We will see this. So it is launching. We will see now here. So just we will try with this one of the registry. Yeah, right, done. So now I'm checking here. So just I'm entering some random data because this APIs I created for only for testing purpose. So there is no validation kind of thing. So just I'm clicking on this. It is saying that see registered successfully. Right now I'm clicking on this again. Email exists. So it is working right. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to get more updates. Thank you.